19th Annual NHRA Winternational Drag Racing Championships, the first national meet of the new year. Racing fashion on parade with the promise of incredible times and speeds in the 3 professional categories: Top Fuel, Funny Cars, Pro Stocks. They're all here: Garlits, Muldowney, Prudhomme, McEwen, Glidden, Beadle, record setters and champions entered in the Big Go West today on ABC's Wide World of Sports. No, those are not the Rockies, nor the Cascades. Those are the San Gabriel Mountains, which frame the Los Angeles Basin area to the northeast. And yes, it's been a bit of a cold winter in Southern California, but it's a beautiful day today for the 19th running of the National Hot Rod Association Winternational Drag Racing Championships. Hello again, everybody. I'm Keith Jackson. And as we begin the 1979 NHRA drag racing season, nearly $350,000 in posted cash money and contingencies available at this event for the competitors. And we start the new season with 2 major stories. The fabled swamp rat, Don Garlits, did not qualify for the final 16 in Top Fuel competition. And a woman, Shirley Muldowney, has run the 2nd fastest trap speed in drag racing history at better than 255 miles an hour. It's not quite like a square off in the OK Corral, but they do call it Big Go West, and it's not really that far from it insofar as timing and discipline is concerned. Let's pursue that point right now at the start line with Chris Economaki.
Right you are, Keith, and a shootout it is. But in drag racing, a shootout is won by not the one who loosens the most bullets at his opposition, but by the one who has the lowest ET. That, in the lingua franca of drag racing, is elapsed time. The time it takes to crack the starting line lights, go 1,320 feet down the strip, and break the lights at the finish line. That time is the elapsed time. Top speed means nothing, though it's high and very interesting to watch. We look for a very, very interesting day here at Pomona.
Well, Chris, it has been interesting from the opening gun, especially in the funny car competition, as Don the Snake Prudhomme was upset by young Billy Meyer. Prudhomme with 27 career victories, a 4-time national champion in funny car competition. He'd won the Winternationals 4 consecutive times, the first man ever to break 6 seconds in a funny car back in 1976. Knocked off by the 24-year-old from Texas. Prudhomme losing for the 3rd time to this youngster Meyer. Now Prudhomme in the left lane in the white car. Knew full well there were some bugs in his machine as he came to the Christmas tree and waited for the green light. Just how big those bugs were, he really did not know. But from the very beginning, Meyer had control of the sprint over the quarter mile. And he went flashing off to a victory at 6.187 seconds, 241 plus miles an hour, and the Snake was gone. A stunning upset to start the day. And Don Prudhomme spent a reflective moment with Chris Economaki.
Well, Don, you know what both ends of Wide World are like now.
Yeah, that's for sure.
How long has it been since you suffered a first-round defeat?
Well, it's been a while. It's been a while, quite a while, but...
What do you attribute it to? Better man or problems with the equipment? What?
No, we've had problems. You know, he ran a good race against us and everything. It's just that we don't have our act together is basically what it amounts to. Something went wrong, and we've been searching for it for the last couple of months, and we just haven't been doing good. We've tried in different combinations and trying to get out of that slump, but it's one of those things.
What's it do to you inside, Don?
Well, it's just not good, you know. It's disheartening thing, especially when you think you're doing the right things, and it's not. It eats you up, that's for sure.
You put any of the blame on your own shoulders?
Well, sure I do. I put all the blame on it. You know, it's strictly my responsibility, and it's a situation that my guys try everything they can try and do everything, and I call the shots, and I haven't called them right, apparently.
How long does it take to get over something like this?
It takes a while, till the next race, the next national event, the next time you're in the winner's circle, then you forget all about it.
Thanks a lot.
Now we move into the present tense as we see Billy Meyer come out one more time in the final run of the quarterfinal section of the funny car competition. Meyer in the red car here will go against 37-year-old Tom Hoover of Minneapolis, Minnesota in the left lane in the yellow car. Hoover, the 8th qualifier in the funny cars, 6.267 seconds, which tells you that he has been steady and he has been quick. Hoover's car prepared by his chief mechanic, his father, 73-year-old George Hoover. Hoover. Billy Meyer, who's been racing funny since he was 17. The cars move into the staging area. Both staging lights are lit. At the top end, it is Tom Hoover. Hoover puts him away at the top end. Better than 233 miles an hour, 6.182 seconds. And old pro Tom Hoover moves on to the semifinals in the funny car competition. So Tom Hoover, who suffered severe burns a year ago, is back running hard.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The final run in the Top Fuel quarterfinals as Bob Noyce takes on Kelly Brown. Noyce, a veteran out of Van Nuys, California. Brown, defending champion from Calabasas, California. Both moving into the staging area. The starter, Buster Couch, ready to launch them down this quarter-mile run. Noyce in the near lane. Good start. Good race. Top end, Bob Noyce. Bob Noyce has defeated the defending champion, Kelly Brown, and Noyce is driving the car that Brown won the championship in a year ago. So Kelly Brown changing mounts for 1979, watches the old horse beat him here at the Winternationals in Pomona. The Pro Stock semifinals ready now. Bob Glidden and Don Nicholson squaring off in the run we're about to see. Nicholson, 51 years of age, in the far lane. Bob Glidden is in the near lane. Glidden winning 33 out of 35, and it's a good start with Nicholson getting out first, but here comes Glidden halfway, and at the top end, and it's Glidden pulling it away. Bob Glidden continues his remarkable success in Pro Stock competition as he beats back the challenge of 51-year-old Don Nicholson. Glidden at 34 out of Whiteland, Indiana. The defending national champion is now in the Pro Stock finals, and he waits for the winner of the St. Mary Hill run. Joe St. Mary is the last man to beat Bob Glidden. He did it in May of last year in Cincinnati. Roy Hill from Sophia, North Carolina, partially sponsored by Richard Petty, and works out of the Petty Garage. He's in the far lane, St. Mary in the near lane. Hill breaks. Hill's car breaks down at the start, and it's a solo dash for Joe St. Mary, who was the 14th qualifier in the Pro Stock competition. He finished 5th in the national points a year ago. And this is only the second time ever in his career that he has reached the finals in a national meet. So we're going to have a pair of Hoosiers in the Pro Stock finals. Joe St. Mary from Merrillville, Indiana, against Bob Glidden from Whiteland, Indiana. Now we're getting ready for the funny car semifinals. Here's Chris Economaki to talk to a man named Hoover.
Okay, Tom Hoover goes against TRIPP Shoemake in the funny car semifinals. You confident, Tom?
I'm up and up and up.
How you going to handle him?
With all I got, we're going to put her down about a 6:14 or better.
Yeah, you look a little nervous.
I'm nervous, but I've been here before. I think I can do it.
Go get him.
I'm going to try.
While we're waiting for the race, let's acquaint you with the starting procedure. You see those sets of yellow lights at the top of what is called the Christmas tree. As a car moves into a pre-stage area, the lights blink on. Move up just another fraction. The second pair of yellows go on. Now they're ready to race. The starter, Buster Couch, flips the go switch. And then at the bottom of the tree, it is quick and it is noisy, and all God's creatures need a little protection from all that sound. Now we're ready for the funny car semifinals with Tom Hoover moving into his starting position near the tree against 30-year-old TRIPP Shoemake right there, driving Johnny Loper's car. TRIPP Shoemake just beginning to make his move in late 1978. Qualified second fastest, 6.131 seconds. So he is a man to be reckoned with. It will be Hoover in the near lane and Shoemake in the far lane. And they move into the staging area. The winner goes to the finals. It is Hoover at the top end. Tom Hoover from Minneapolis. Right at 235 miles an hour, 6.24 seconds. And so the veteran continues to run very smoothly and very well. Tom Hoover marching right along into the funny car semifinals, and now he'll have a rest, cock an ear toward the public address announcer, and wait to see which man will join him in the big run for the money between Raymond Beadle and John Collins. Raymond Beadle at 35 years of age, a successful businessman with a string of performance centers driving the Blue Max car, won the 75 U.S. Nationals, beating Don Prudhomme, the only man other than Prudhomme to break 6 seconds in the funny car competition. John Collins, age 30, out of Long Beach, California, qualified third fastest among the funnies. He's been driving this kind of racing machine since 1970. He came strong at the end of 78. Now they move carefully into the staging area. The winner will go into the funny car final against Tom Hoover. Both are now staged. Collins got a little crooked. It's close. Oh, it is close. It is Beadle the winner in the Blue Max. And listen to this as we take another look at the finish. Beadle, 6.278 seconds. Collins actually ran a faster race, 6.275, but the whole shot by Beadle was just enough, and he goes into the funny car finals against Tom Hoover. Top Jewelers next. Right now, a quiet moment with Chris.
Minutes before going into the semifinals, Shirley Muldowney is relaxing in her truck. Shirley, are you really relaxing, or are you psyching the opposition?
Little of both, but I'm just trying to stay away. The people are very interested, and they've always been great fans, but I'm just trying to have a few minutes for myself. I don't want to make any mistakes, Chris.
Getting closer and closer to the finals. Bob Noyce, you've come up against him before many years ago. How will you handle him?
Just like I do the rest, drive my own race. He's exceptionally good, and he is, no offense, but he is one of the old pros, and he does know how to drive a race car. But Jim Brissett, he wrenched the car for Kelly Brown last year, okay? And Brissett, I mean, he is no one's fool. He does know what he's doing, and he does know how to wrench that race car, and we're keeping our eye on him.
Now we get a look at Shirley Muldowney in action from Mount Clemens, Michigan. The first woman ever to win a major national championship. She was the 1977 NHRA Top Fuel champion. She runs in the far lane against Bob Noyce of Van Nuys, California, and Noyce at 41 years of age becoming quite a story in this 19th Winter Nationals competition. They move carefully into the staging area. The semifinals. Smokes her tires. Noyce gets an edge. And it's close at the finish. Muldowney not able to exercise the tremendous top end speed, and Noyce has beaten her. Bob Noyce knocks down Shirley Muldowney. But listen to this. Muldowney ran a faster race, 6.027 against 6.032 for Noyce, but it was the start that decided it, and you can see coming off that 100-foot strip of concrete that Muldowney smoked her tires, and that was the difference in the race. And the quiet man, Noyce, walks over to Shirley Muldowney. He gets a firm hug from a very nice lady, and he walks on toward the finals, where he will meet the winner of the Gary Beck Rob Bruins run, which we're about to see now. Rob Bruins from Bremerton, Washington, and Gary Beck, a native of Alberta, Canada, now living in El Toro, California. Fourth in the world standings in 77. He has not won a national event, though, since 1976. Young Rob Bruins, at 29 years of age, is a comer. He qualified 15th, but he's been running very, very hard. He won the Fall Nationals a year ago in Seattle. He won the 78 World Finals at Ontario with a 5.98 clocking. So he is quick. He will be in the near lane, and Beck will be in the far lane. They're ready. Oh, my goodness, Beck's engine came apart. The blower blew away, and Bruins beats him. Rob Bruins, and listen to this time, 5.858 for Rob Bruins, one of the fastest runs of the entire competition, but watch the explosion in Gary Beck's car. The flash of flames, and now you'll see the entire top part of the engine, the blower, fly away and go bouncing down the asphalt roadway. No one was injured by the flying debris. No one was even very close to it. And Rob Bruins from Bremerton, Washington, has moved into the finals against Bob Noyce for the top fuel top prize. Now we look to the Pro Stock final matching those Hoosiers, Bob Glidden and Joe Satmary. And remember, Satmary was the last man to beat Bob Glidden. He did it in May of 1978, and Glidden has not lost a race since that time. Satmary will be running in the far lane. Bob Glidden will be running in the near lane, and they are in the staging area. Pulling it out to win it. Bob Glidden, the Pro Stock champion, his 21st career victory. Only Don Prudhomme has more. Wife out of the crew chief, sons Billy and Rusty on the crew, and he's the champ.
Rob, your competition says that he feels you should be favored to win today. Do you think he believes that, or is that some psychology, perhaps?
Well, he probably believes it on the count. We just ran a 585 compared to he ran a 602 his last run, so we would be favored on that account, and the fact that we've shown the consistency that this is the 4th national event in a row we've been in the finals.
Are you confident?
Oh, yeah, I feel really confident that the car is capable of winning another race, sure.
That is Rob Bruin's car. They're behind the truck, and they're thrashing and fretting over that car. It has not come around the corner and into the staging area. Carol Brissett, Jim Brissett's wife. She's been praying all day, and so far maybe it's been a little touch of magic. Norris is ready to run in the far lane, the smoked lane. Bruins is yet to come into the staging area. They're working on it. That may be it is. It's over. Rob Bruins will not answer the call. Steve Gibbs, the competition director, holding up his hand, says, go solo. And all Norris has to do now is coast his way for a quarter mile, don't cross the center line, and foul himself out of it. And he is the top fuel champion of 1979 at the NHRA Winternationals. And what a story he has been throughout this national competition. Norris, coming out of retirement, coaxed out of retirement, didn't really want to do it. And here he is ready to accept the big prize. Right now, that rattling roar is coming from the funny cars as Raymond Beadle moves up along with Tom Hoover to the starting area. Beadle, who was the top qualifier among the funny cars, battling his way through an awesome group of competitors along with Hoover to reach this magic moment. Tom Hoover will be running in the left lane nearest the camera. Right there in the showtime, the Blue Max, Beadle's car, is across the way. Remember that Beadle is the only man other than Prudhomme to break 6 seconds in this class. It is a bad start for Beadle. He's sideways, he's crooked, he's out of it. It's a waltz for Hoover.